Ian.
Hi, everybody. And a very warm welcome to you. Thank you very much for joining today. We've got some significant aspects coming up. Right after the full moon in Capricorn on the 17th of January, on the 18th, we will have this nodal shift. So first of all, let's have everybody just come in. I feel like we're just all entering, so I just want you to feel welcomed, feel the warmth here. We're very lucky today. We've got 3 wonderful moderators. I've got my lovely Lucy, of course, here. Thank you, Lucy. Radhika has just joined us. Thank you, Radhika, for joining. And Jimmy is here. Thank you, Jimmy. So here in Marathona, I would say it's probably about 8 degrees centigrade. It's cold, but it's winter. Hi from Queens, Portugal. Sweden, Norway, San Francisco, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, Germany, Southern California, London, Ireland, hugs to you too, South Africa, Sarasota, Florida, never been there. Oh, there's so many wonderful places on this planet, aren't there? Canada, Norway, Phoenix, Arizona. Oh, hello to Phoenix, Copenhagen, Chicago. Hello, lovely Libra, also in Greece, Yorkshire, Scotland, Netherlands. Woohoo! Cleveland, Ohio, Spain, Bulgaria, Mexico, Denmark, Johannesburg, Manchester, yay! Iceland, Tucson, Arizona, wow, Lebanon, India, Maine, Pennsylvania, oh wow, Cape Town, Indiana, Finland. Isn't this just Jupiter, Florida? That just sounds like a wonderful place, doesn't it? Must be. Oh, Mexico, San Antonio, Scotland, Denver, Queen Creek, Arizona. Just lovely. Tijuana, a Leo in Birmingham, New Jersey, Canada, Cyprus, Edinburgh, Ontario, New Zealand, yay, Joanna, hi. Armenia, wow, East Sussex. A hearty welcome, Sedona, Arizona. Oh, there's so many places upon this planet Earth, and we're all connecting now more deeply and with more possibilities. So what's this shift about? I've been meditating about it, meditating so much that I've decided I'm going to do an introductory webinar for those of you that are interested in learning more about the nodes. We're going to do an introductory webinar on the day of the change. And Lucy will post about that, and I've just done a short video about it as well. So every 19 months, approximately, the nodes of the moon change signs. And instead of going forwards, which is like what most of the signs do, thank you, Pure Light, love you too. What most of the signs move forward, so Aries, Taurus, Gemini, yeah, like right now, the sun is in Capricorn. In a little while, it'll go into Aquarius, so they move that way around. The nodes move the other way around. So we've had the nodes for the last 19 months, approximately, in Sagittarius and Gemini. So they've been in fire and air. And they've been in the signs that like to talk lots and lots of talk and discussion and this and that and media and this information and that information and misinformation and disinformation. Yeah, it's been very much about opinions and views. And now we have a significant shift. And maybe you're already feeling it. I imagine that most of you on here are probably already feeling, there's something really shifting now. So we're moving away from talk to earth and water. Taurus, north node, Scorpio, south node. And this is very much more now about what are we going to do? What are the practical changes that we're going to make? It's no use sort of just talking. I've been talking, I'm going to do more webinars, I'm going to do more this. I thought, right, today I'm going to do it. And there were many obstacles piled up, lots of technological ones, different things just piled up. And I thought, you know what? No, I am not going to make any more excuses. I'm not going to wriggle out with another thing. I want to do this. So no matter what obstacles come up, the fixed energy that we are now about to move into is really strong. It's like, you don't mess with me now. This is what I'm going to do, and I am going to just make this work. Thank you, Steph. Yeah, there are many of you might be married or in a relationship with somebody in a fixed sign, or you might have a lot of fixed in your chart. The fixed signs are Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius. And you probably know if you butt up against one of those too hard, you're not going anywhere. So this is the kind of energy that we're coming up to. So it's like you're going to be unbeatable. I'm not having this. I'm staying strong now. You can't even talk yourself out of things anymore. It's like, what are you going to do? The time for action has come. Physical, earthy, grounded action. And Taurus is the ground, the earth, the food, the seeds. What seeds do you want to plant? This is the question. So we're looking, the nodes are always in opposition to each other, exactly. Okay. So the south node in Scorpio, I'll go through that. I'm going to go through the north node in Taurus. And what do they mean? And what's the kind of impact that they might have? Well, I think that what we're looking at now, so the last 19 months have been very much COVID related. I think we can all agree on that COVID and doctors and the medical system and governance and governments and how different governments are treating the situations. And I think there's a significant, deep, visceral shift coming up now, where what are we going to do now with everything that has unfolded, right? We're beginning to see the book. You could certainly write a very interesting story or film about everything that's happened in the last 19 months. But now, what is the book that we are going to write? Because this has a great effect collectively. The nodes are very collective, they're very personal, they're also very impactful on us as a collective. The years, and I feel as though this is very much connected with the Plutonic energy that started in Capricorn in 2008. All right, some of you were only just born then. I know it's amazing. But 2008 was a pivotal time. And 2008 was the beginning of the big financial crisis and Pluto's ingress into Capricorn. Pluto rules this south node. So all the things that have happened since this 2008 time are now coming to this culmination energy as we move through the last degrees of Pluto in Capricorn and the USA Pluto return. Many of the actions, decisions, choices that were made, and maybe lots of information over this time begins to come out. Secrets, things held hidden. Yeah, there's a lot of things about to unfurl. But if you can look at your life as to what's happened since 2008, and now as we're into 2022, you kind of get in the arc. This is sort of an arc of energy. And now we're coming towards the end of this Plutonic era, and we get this South Node in Scorpio. So the South Node in your chart, and also as we look collectively now, is all about, and especially in Scorpio, it's about dealing with past karma, past energies, past things. What do you need to let go of? Where have you given your power away? And yes, Shoana, financial shift, yes. Government shift, yes. Yes. So begin to look at, where have I given away my power? Where do I need to take back my power? And it can be simple things. Yeah, really simple things. And sometimes it might be hard things. I don't know how I did it, but I lost the February videos. I usually prepare the monthlies and I upload them well in advance. They disappeared. I couldn't find them on any backup drive, nowhere. I thought, okay, I've just got to go back and redo them. So you may find yourself going back and redoing things that you want to do better, that you say, okay, there's, what is there something that you want to improve upon? And I did them better this time, I feel, as well. So what is it that you would like to improve upon? To put some muscle behind. I always think of Taurus and Scorpio as very strong signs. Yeah, it's like, and what can you persevere at? What do you need to persevere at? Alice has bought a greenhouse. Great. Aura needs to walk again with your head held high. Beautiful. Will they release info about UFOs? Very possibly, yes. The power dynamic, this is strong. Okay. So what do you need to persevere at? There's a sense of perseverance here. Okay, rewriting. Jane, Tara and Jane, yes. So I'll give you a little, thank you, Lucy. I'll give you a little example where I give my power away repeatedly. Is often with technical things. I get so impatient and so frustrated. I just want to throw it out the window. Well, I've changed phone this week. I've put it off and put it off and put it off. And finally, the old one has just completely died and is really beyond resuscitation for more than about 5 minutes at a time. So I had to change phone. And it's been murder. I've wanted many times to run to the store and to go and, get them to do this for me and show this to me. And, and it's not that easy to do now in Greece, what with COVID and restrictions and regulations and all this, it's not as easy as it was. So I thought, no, bugger this. So I couldn't work the Bluetooth thing out. I couldn't connect to the speaker. I thought, no, I will not rush to the store. I will find a way. If these people can do it, so can I. Where can you take back that power that you might have been in the habit of giving away? Because it does not feel good when you've worked it out for yourself. You know, you sort of puff up in pride. You just do, you think, no, I did it. That's how I feel sometimes. And same with my drains. I couldn't believe it. All of a sudden, the basin's filling up and it's not, the water's not going down. I'm thinking, oh no, not a plumber in the middle of winter with dirty feet coming on my nice carpets, you know, all these things that go through your head. And again, I thought, no, let me see what I could do first. You know, instead of waiting for a man or someone else giving it away. Well, do you know, I don't know quite what I did, but I messed around and I put the shower hose down it. And I did a few things that I've watched handy people do, and it unstuck itself. And I was proper pleased. I thought, you know, I can do it. So this energy of the node is a shift in power. And we've got to get to be as self-sufficient as we can be. The teaching has been not to be so self-sufficient. And I think that it's like, you know, so where can you, and I want to, and I thank you, yes, a lumpy custard search on YouTube for how-to videos. Yes, sometimes that is applicable, but sometimes as well, it's like, no, let me try and figure this out for myself. Yeah, I kind of want to go beyond that dependence as well, so that I can activate something inside of me that's got lazy. Sometimes there's just a laziness, I can't be bothered. Okay. So, so where in your life are you about to take your power back? What's not okay with you anymore? Anybody want to share? Lovely. Aura's relying on herself emotionally and mentally in a healthy way. Great. Yeah, globally, we need to take our power back, Shawana, and not be parented. We've been like children. Yes. 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 Thank you, Sharon. Okay. Lovely. Teresa's been on her own for the last few years. Doesn't need a man to fix things. Yeah, I panic sometimes too as well. I'm not saying don't panic. All right. Alice changed her taps yesterday. Wow. All right. Lovely. Charlotte's not going to shrink anymore for others' comfort. Growing our own food. Thank you, Jackson. Lockdown's not okay. Yay, Darlene. Woohoo! More boundaries, Lucy. Yep. This is great. Oh, yes. Zoe Without Borders started a channel and uploaded your first video. Yes. Maria, not to absorb negative energy. Take quiche, taking power back from family dynamics. Awesome. So this is really time cooking and eating properly. Beautiful. Okay, Julie's stuff in your marriage, just not okay. Okay, so this is where things have to stop, right? This is a real time for saying, no more. And there's a good chance that COVID may be over in these next few months. Thank you, winds of change. There's a very good chance. At least certainly over in the way that it has been. the fear, the panic, the anxiety, the paranoia, the psychosis, all that is the south node. And the south node is what we are moving away from or what we need to correct. It also rules death and dying and transformation. So we're looking at somehow cleaning lots of things up. Lots of things that are not okay anymore need to be cleaned up. We've given our power away in so many situations. So this is an exciting time where if you make it your business that I'm going to do my best to get stronger, it doesn't mean to say that we don't need one another from time to time. Of course we do. But each one, as we move into the age of Aquarius, must reach the highest potential as an individual that you possibly can reach. And that's what I'm going for here with you. That you can blossom and be the best that you can be. Even if there's a few obstacles that come up. So you'll jump over them or round them or under them. Or you'll burn them. But you'll find a way round. You'll find a way round, just as this virus or viruses, you know, they're intelligent and they're finding ways around things. We can find ways around things. Yeah. So don't make mountains out of molehills. You may encounter lots of obstacles, and these fixed energies are here for you to say, well, okay, I found a lovely computer case. I've got a nice computer, not a very sturdy case for it. And I found a really nice one on Amazon. Thank you, Alison. And the card got declined. And I was like, oh no. So then you've got to phone the credit card and the fraud department, yada, yada, you know, all that. And I said, okay. And she said, no, we've got a problem with Amazon at the moment. There's a lot of fraudulent merchants. Your card is still all right, but that merchant's not okay. I said, all right, I'll find another one. I found another one, same thing. Declined again. So I spoke to them again, the credit card, and she said, oh, we're very sorry. I said, don't worry about it. I said, that's all right. I said to her, look, if that's the worst thing that happens to me in my lifetime, that a credit card got declined, so what? So don't make things too big if they're not big. All right. I think that some things in these last years with this Plutonic energy have been magnified out of proportion, especially with the South Node in Sagittarius, this extreme energy. I was just reading Lynn McTaggart's newsletter, and she referred to the fact that the Archbishop of Canterbury, Justin Welby, he pretty much said, you know, get boosted, get vaxxed, and that's how we love our neighbor. Right? That's, you know, that if you love your neighbor, you will get vaccinated and boosted. And then on the other extreme of it, there's a Catholic priest, Dr. Daniel Nolan. He served in, I think, Iraq. And he said this is one of the greatest violations of human rights that's ever taken place in history. So we've had these major extremes. And now as we come to this sort of earth and water energy, you know, we've been told masks work, masks don't work. We've been told, you know, this and that and the other, right? We've been told all sorts of things. And this has been this nodal energy and the mutable signs. But now it's like, what's real? And we're moving towards the Taurus North Node Thank you, Lucy. We're moving into this North Node energy, which is right, monkey. What's real? What's not? It's a bit like I'm reminded of very often the Aries or the fire signs, let's say, and the, you know, fire and air, they've got all these great ideas very often, you know, all these marvelous ideas. And then Taurus comes along and says, now, hang on a minute, can we afford it? What, you know, where's the money for all this coming from? So we're in the process now. We're at a juncture of seeding a new future. This is what's happening. And I'm going to suggest that we choose an exciting one, a joyful one, a nurturing one, a nourishing one, an uplifting one. What's the future? What's the vision? And that's where the other aspect that comes in this year, which is the Jupiter-Neptune conjunction. What's this wider vision that we want to create in the real world? Yeah. So what's your vision? What's your vision for the new world? How do you want to see the new world in terms of food, in terms of how we grow our food? How do you want to see the world in terms of nutrition and goodness? How do you want to see our world in terms of money? How do you want to see our world in terms of government? Pluto rules governments in Capricorn. These are really the subjects. I mean, there's a lot more to say on this. I'm just opening a little here. I will be saying more, but I just want to engage with you here into what's the joyful future that we're going to move into, away from this Pluto, the Plutonic south node of the past, which is the fear and the, you know, all this stuff and the old panics and anxieties. Connecting with the earth, growing food, educating the youth. Yeah, what are we going to do with our consciousness? Beautiful. And a world of silence. Oh, bliss. I've been shouting at all the trucks today, the loud trucks. I shout at them, I swear at them sometimes, actually. I'm having a quiet walk in the countryside and a dirty truck with its dirty fumes comes by. Oh, I want to shoot it. So what are you dreaming? Peace and equality of money, yeah. How would that be if everybody's needs were met? So we need to have a vision of what it is that we want to seed. And now we begin to plant seeds. Yeah, Annabelle, absolutely. We know that the elites have most of the wealth. Yeah, we know that. And it's no use fighting against that. It's like, what do we want to seed? Taurus is about the seeds of nature, connecting with nature. Smiling, joyful children, educating the youth. Absolutely, Liesl. And how are we going to educate people? What does the new education look like? Is it all going to be books and learning and memorizing again? What's it going to be? We know an old world is dying. Okay, let's get this on the table. An old world is in its death throes. It's pretty obvious. In pretty much all areas, yeah, the financial system is like a grand casino. Most people know that. and millions of people are going hungry when we've got enough resources and we could be feeding everybody. So we know that there's the systems that we've got are not working medically, everything. But we want to take what is good with us, technologically, certainly, and we want to plant something new, a world of friendship, beautiful. Yes. Yes. Okay. All right. So it's about beginning to think about the kind of world that excites you, that makes you feel joyful, that makes you feel motivated, that just goes, ooh, yeah, you just kind of begin to feel, yeah, you know, you're wide-eyed. It's like a kid going into a candy shop, as Americans would say. So don't let anybody give you a death sentence. When I broke my leg, had lots of surgeries, and I was only 40 at the time. And the doctor kept saying, you know, it's anno domini, it's your age, can't be helped. He said, you probably always have one leg shorter than the other. And I said to him, no, I'll find a way not to have one leg shorter than the other. And I don't have one leg shorter than the other. So don't let yourself be fear-mongered. Don't let yourself be pulled down into a dungeon. Just making sure I've covered what I wanted to cover here. Right, now, next. So the South Node is showing us that there's a shift in power, especially with government and big businesses and the USA's Pluto return starting next month. Okay, so this is the shift in power. The eclipse dates that will reflect the Scorpio node will be May the 15th when there's a lunar eclipse, October the 25th of this year, and May the 5th of next year. So those will be significant dates around those dates. And of course, I'll talk more about those as we come to them. But now let's look at this North Node in Taurus, because this is what we're moving towards. We want to stretch towards the energy of the North Node in Taurus. That's what we're doing collectively now. So Taurus rules color. I hope you're enjoying the new paintings, the color, the vibrancy. Taurus would rule fashion. It rules our senses. It's extremely physical. So it's about how do we look after our bodies now? What does it take to have a really healthy body? And what do we need to clean up in order to do that? Our air, the toxicity of the air. Yeah. A world without money, without possessions, without chemicals, without stupid people. Who said that? Anne, thank you. Yeah. So it's the body. Taurus is all about values. What do you value? And where's your focus on what is important? Yeah, some fashion, some beautiful fashion, really sensual clothes. Isn't it beautiful when you put on something that's made of a gorgeous material? I mean, I love my cashmeres. Oh, just when you put them on, it's like so nurturing and soothing. So clothes, organic clothes, non-toxic materials, and being aware of the abundance that you already have. Yeah. Yeah. It's simplification. Taurus is very much about simplifying, beautifying for sure, but one really good thing rather than 10 rubbishy things, maybe. Taurus is about getting to a state of calmness, a slower pace. And even just with foods, you know, I've had oats. I like oats for my breakfast sometimes. And I've had these sort of quick oats, you know, where you just add the hot water, you stir and you're off you go. And then I thought, no, you know what, this Taurus energy, this is about wholeness. So for the first time in years, I had whole oats today. Oh, and they were delicious. Not a patch on all those, you know, sort of synthetically type things. So we're going for the real thing. Taurus is about the real thing. What are the real things that you want to taste, touch, see, smell? Yeah, hear. So everything that activates the senses, that's why the arts are going to be important. What do we want to see in the arts? What kind of a renaissance do we want to see as far as entertainment is concerned and the arts? Yeah, of course, Snow Angel, a slower pace of life. Yeah. The real thing. So where are we anesthetized? Where have we become anesthetized, numbed, frozen, drugged? An anesthetic, coming from the Greek, ana is against, not. Aesthetic, aesthetic means feeling. Asthenome means I'm feeling, asthenome. So anasthenome means I'm not feeling, anesthetic. So where are you numbed out and where can you come alive again? So connecting with your own abundance, connecting with your gifts. Yeah, no more fake, no more fakes. This is the real thing. Honey, vegetables, beautiful. More street music, yay. I love that. I'm talking about slowness and things are going to get frenetic. I mean, it's true. There is this craziness going on, and it's important to find the calm inside you. I've seen Cesar Millan with the dogs. I love Cesar Millan, you know, because he's amazing. You know, these really aggressive dogs, and he just goes in there with his calm energy. And you see the transformation in the dog. So calm works with frenetic, angry, dangerous energies. It does. Yeah. Thank you for liking the video. Lucy and Radhika and Jimmy are all encouraging you. If you could like, that would be really much appreciated. Thank you. So, valuing yourself is really important. Never taught that, really. Annabelle does crystal Reiki on dogs. Wow. Yeah. So the calm energy will be important, even if you just do it a couple of times a day. I certainly do it in the morning and the evening, just before bed. I think it's good. And what routines and habits do you not want to revert to? Oh, I like that, Mr. Ferron. Haute couture and Vivaldi. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Oh, and thank you for liking. A ton of you just liked. Thank you. Thank you. Somebody wrote to me today and asked me, how can I have a better relationship with money and finance? Because Taurus, it does rule money and finance. And we're probably going to see some liveliness in the stock markets and the markets over these next 19 months. Quite a few turnarounds, especially when the North Node will conjunct with Uranus at the end of July, but more about that later. But yes, self-worth, self-love, self-acceptance, self-approval, self-value. Thank you, Isabel. Yeah. So, conscious intent. What do you consciously want to intend? Are there any habits that you want to consciously introduce that would be healthy ones? Really healthy ones. Yes, Kristen, thank you. You're just saying that. And yeah, we've got to move into a new science. Yes, you're right, Jobu. Yes. Negative of Taurus, holding out on others, being extremely stubborn. Yes, Joyanne, it can be extremely stubborn, but if used constructively, it can move mountains. You're right. If it's used destructively, yeah. Okay. I'm very stubborn at times, I know. But where do you need to be really stubborn? And where are you just giving way? So the eclipses, we had a lunar eclipse in Taurus in November of last year, November 19th. The next eclipse will be the solar eclipse in Taurus on April 30th. November the 8th will be the next lunar, and next year, at the end of next year in October, will be the next time that this eclipse will happen in Taurus. So, it may get overwhelming at times. There's a lot coming at us. But we're better informed now, and we're stronger now. So join me, for those of you who are interested in learning more about the nodes in your personal chart, and an introduction to what they really mean and your soul purpose and spiritual destination this lifetime. I hope you'll join me on the introductory webinar for those of you that are interested. Lucy will post it in the chat. Lucy and I will be very excited to have you join us. And think about where power is draining away from you and where you need to take it back. And think about the new world that you want to seed. And think about the life areas, from money to education, to governments, to health, to science, to technology, all the subjects that make up a society. We have a wonderful opportunity to use the power of our togetherness to create something totally amazing. But as Winnie the Pooh does say, when all else fails, take a nap, which is very Taurian. And I have to confess, I took a nap this afternoon for about 25 minutes, and it definitely helped. So from my heart to yours, I'm so grateful that you've joined today. Much love to you. Thank you, Lucy. Thank you, Radhika. Thank you, Jimmy. Thank you for those of you who have contributed today. Thank you to my Patreon supporters. Much love to you.